Hey again, what's up? I'm here to just also talk about the NY. Why does a guy, I don't know if you guys notice where I'm from. I'm from Toronto, Canada. Why is a guy from Toronto, Canada wearing an NY New York Yankees hat? I call it my NY hat. I don't really call it a Yankees cap, because it stands for so much more than just the Yankees. Even though Yankees fans would probably beg to differ, they're diehard Yankees. Yeah, New York's the best. They're saying that, yelling that at Dodgers fans and yelling at that at Boston fans. We know that, New York's the best. So they're standing right in front of your face and very loud and very. But the reason why I wear it is because the Yankees, actually, I should say New York. Actually, no, let's just say the Yankees. This hat hasn't changed. The same Yankee blue and the white NY sign right there hasn't changed for like years and years and years and years and years. Yeah, why don't you wear a Toronto hat? Well, Toronto hat, you never know. Next year, Toronto can come out with a different color, a different sort of hat, different logo. Like they changed their logo maybe like 5 times in the last like 5 years, or like 6 times in the last 5 years. Who knows, man? It's been changed a lot, and for me, this represents simplicity. This represents tradition, and I'm sure all those Yankee fans would agree with me in those New York. The very first trip out of my country was to New York. So I loved it. New York is always. I love New York. I love I love Toronto. I love my Toronto Blue Jays are my team. Even though they've been doing bad now all these years. But the thing about sports in Canada now, like sports has gotten so out of hand. Much like the music business, it's the big players only play in big markets. So it's harder for us to get like a big player like you know A Rod or because he doesn't want the market. New York is a bigger market. There's much more to do there. Look up David Beckham. He came all the way from London. I guarantee you wouldn't play for Toronto FC. You know, he would play for he. Of course, he wants to play for a big market in LA because there's big homes. Hollywood's there. The clubs. Everything's there for him. Why would he come to Toronto? And that's the why would Kobe Bryant come to Toronto? He's happy in LA. LA is a big market. Same deal for him too. Um, a lot of people who get traded here, they want to get traded out because there's not enough to do here. There's a lot to do in Toronto, to tell you the truth, but it's not on the level like it's restaurants and nightlife, the attitude. It's a lot more laid back here. You can go out at night and have fun. You can buy yourself if you want to go by yourself. I don't really do that, but you can do all that stuff in Toronto. You're not worried about any kind of violence, weirdos, overcrowdedness of crackheads, you know, on the street. You barely ever see one a crackhead. You see one or two, but it's usually the repeat guy. You see him always on the same corner. But you don't see a lot of them. Not as much as I saw in NY. As soon as I got to the what is it, Grand Central, not station, but Grand Central Terminal. I think that's where I got it. I think that's where it was. Right off the bat, boom, crackhead, asking me if I want to go get a car with him. Why would I? I just chalk it up for what it is. People are people. People, have their vices and their addictions. But I'm happy in Toronto. I still wear my NY hat. People say, "Oh yeah, New York sucks." When I'm going to Blue Jay games, I live right across the street from Rogers Center, and then they're like, I just ignore them. I just laugh, and you know, because they chalk it up to so much. You know, when it comes down to it, baseball is just a game. It's not life. It takes up my time. Gets me away for like 4 hours. Takes my mind off everything, and that's all I think sports is or should be. Yeah, sometimes I do chalk up because it's hockey town. Hockey town. Oh gosh, the Toronto Maple Leaf fans, they're crazy, crazy. It's fun to feed off the energy too. But you know, my sport now, because I don't like the state sports are in, especially basketball. People only play good in their contract season, and except for the Kobe Bryants, the Kevin Garnett's, those guys play hard all the time. But there's other players. I can remember Ray Allen when it was his final contract in final year in Seattle. and this guy had like the season of a lifetime. Same with Vince Carter when he was in his past year in New Jersey, season of a lifetime. Now he's gonna go back to the same old Vince Carter. You know, I remember when Vince Carter had the biggest season in Toronto, contract season again. Um, all these guys are just it's just too much. So I follow now. I follow sports like UFC. Um, Boxing not so much anymore, but I wanna see uh, Pacquiao go against Floyd Mayweather. I'm gonna call the upset right now. It's actually not an upset. I'm telling you right now, Pacquiao is gonna whoop Mayweather. Sorry to say, guys, but it's gonna happen. Um, yeah, so that's why I wear the NY hat. You know I go on a little bit. I only wanted this to be like tops 3 minutes, but now it's like passing the 6 minute mark, so it's double the time. So this is it. NY. I'll always wear an NY hat. NY doesn't come in any other colors either. It doesn't come in green, doesn't come in red, doesn't come in blue. Well, it comes in blue, but this blue. And this is not like camo. It's not red. It's not it's not black. This is white. This is it. This is NY hat. This is what it is. Anybody else who's wearing an NY hat, any different colors or anything like that, they ain't from NY, or they don't really know the tradition. They don't know anything about it. But yeah, take it for what it is. Peace out.